I think, yeah, you have to say we are the favorites. So it's a different game which demands different solutions. So yeah, but we are well prepared and everything's fine.
Captain, how is the preparation like?
Yeah, well, good afternoon. As coach said, everything is going on well. We've had a few days to train, so as players we're trying to stick to the plan, to the details, and just try and make sure that we start this qualifiers with 3 points at home.
Okay, police, concentrating on this match. Police questions are available. Yes.
Coach, my name is Ayew, freelance journalist. Congratulations for qualifying Ghana to the World Cup. And then my question is, this is African football. I know you know more about the European style of play. How prepared are you against Madagascar tomorrow? And then to captain, you know this is another task for Ghana to accomplish. Are you guys ready for tomorrow? And end of the day, what should Ghanaians expect from you?
Okay, first of all, thank you. Yeah, I mean, Nigeria is from Africa as well, I think. So, what can I say? I mean, it's a match. The difference now, instead of Kumasi, we're playing in Cape Coast, but I think the pitch is also good. Surely African football is different than European football due to the climate and a lot of things. But yeah, I've played myself some matches in Africa, in Ghana, and the players as well. So it's not a new thing for us all. Yeah. And yeah, like I said, I think we are prepared. One more training to go today, and the boys look sharp. They look ready. Really, really good to see. You know, there are days where I think, when I see them train, like, I wish I would be young and could join them. But when I saw the training, it was hot, and I was thinking, okay, it's good that I'm off the pitch now, because the guys look really sharp, and looking forward for the game.
Yeah, it's true, it's another task again. We have been qualifying for the last editions of the AFCON, and the only thing we can expect is at the end of the 6th game that Ghana will be qualified. We really need to start by tomorrow. We'll give everything that we have to get the 3 points. But we know it's going to be a very difficult game. There are no teams that we can underrate anymore, especially in our continent. So we need to prepare and not believe that it's just going to happen. It's going to be tough. And whatever it takes, we will give everything to try and get the victory as soon as possible.
Yes. Your name? Which station?
Thomas Dakwa. I'm KFM. To coach, are we going to have a debut for any of our new players? And then you've played 2 matches, you are able to win. Can you assure us of any win? And then to Dede, in our last 6 matches, we've not won. Can you assure Ghanaians of a win tomorrow?
I think it's difficult to give the starting lineup now. I don't know. We will see. Like I said, we have the last training today. We will sit down after the training with my coaching staff, and then we will think about the starting formation. It could be that somebody gets a debut. I don't know. Actually, I didn't think about it. But for me, it's just the performance, and I'm looking at the performance. The best player will play. That's it. And we will decide this tomorrow evening. So very close to the game, actually. And there was second. If we can assure that we can win.
We have not won in our last 6
Yes. I mean, this is the good thing about football. It's difficult to predict the result. We will do our best, and I hope that if we do our best, it will be enough to win. But if you look at their recent games, it's not long time ago, I think they even beat Nigeria. So I think from this you can see what we have to expect. Anything is can be possible in football, and we are the favorites. But it's like I said, it's a different game. We have to break them. In football, we have seen first division clubs losing against third division clubs, big clubs losing against small clubs. So anything can happen. But I'm very sure if we give our best, and if we stick to our plan, and if everybody or the players have a good day or a normal day, then we should win.
Okay. Yes, Captain. The question again?
I'm saying in our last 6 matches, last Stars is yet to win a game. I'm saying that you also assure us. You are the leader of the team.
Well, yeah, it's true that maybe we did not win in the last maybe 5 or 6, as you say. But we have seen a lot of progress. We've seen a lot of development in what we are doing. And if you look at the last 2 games, okay, we didn't win, but it took us to the World Cup. So I take it like a win. But yeah, tomorrow is a whole different ball game. When you play versus a team like Madagascar, who has everything to play for in Ghana, all the players want to show themselves and show what they can do versus one of the best African teams and a team who is going to Qatar. We have to expect that it's going to be very difficult. But we are ready, and we are going to give everything that we have to make sure that we get a win here and start on the right foot, because this campaign is going to be long with a lot of games, and it's always good to start it with a victory, because it gives a lot of confidence and strong mentality for the rest of the campaign.
Yes, you.
Otto,
Your name and your station, please.
I'm Bernard Abeko from Waiting Sport. Otto, there was a different energy, of course. A nervous one qualifying the team to the World Cup for the team supporters. There's a different competition altogether. What energy do you expect here tomorrow?
Like I said, I was very impressed with the training, with the intensity of the training. I could see that the boys are hot. Everybody wants to play, and that's making it more difficult for me to decide who's going to play. And I think this is what I expect as well. So the guys look very sharp, ready. Although it's after the season, and I assume maybe 1 or 2 players will be tired, but they look good, they look sharp, and I'm very confident that if we bring this to the pitch tomorrow, we will.
Okay, yes. No, the one after is Ayew.
Selassie Fiawi, Sahara Football. Your first call up, you named 1 Ghana Premier League player. This time you called 2. Should we expect more locally based players to be included in the squad? And what do you think the level of Ghana football is, in your opinion?
Yeah, I've been watching on videos some games, and the players we called, they made good impressions. So for me, it's also important to see them live in the training. And at the end, once we're on the pitch, I don't care who's local, who's not local, who's whatever. Small, big, it's performance, and this should decide. It's always the performance which should decide who is invited, and it's always the performance which will decide who is playing. Surely some players are always ahead because experienced players who showed and who were leading the Ghana national team before, they have some advantage, this is for sure. But at the end of the day, it's the performance in the training and the performance in their clubs what brought them to the national team, and then at the end it's the performance on the pitch which will bring them to the squad. And so for me, I don't care if you're a local player, you're not a local player, it's performance.
Yes, you.
I'm Danelente, Cape Effect. Coach, we ahead of this game, or going into this game, we are missing the services of Thomas Party and then Alana Medical, who played a very instrumental role in your first games and then your last 2 games against Nigeria. How are they going to affect the team? And to the Madagascar team, should they be underrated? How will you know them?
So you're asking why they're not there, or no?
Yeah.
How
The
the
effect of the absence.
It's difficult to say. I think in all we have a good squad, and even though they are missing, and they're very important players of our squad. But I think when we saw the Nigerian game where we had 8 injuries of players who normally play or are close to play, and then also we had 2 suspensions from our captain and Benjamin Tete, and we saw that like the boys who came up, they did well. So I'm very, very confident. We have a good squad. We have a good mentality, good players who can show up. Even some players, maybe some people don't know as much, but I feel very, very confident seeing them training, and we can. Yeah, I think we have proven that we have a squad which can replace any player. And therefore, I'm very, very confident and looking forward for the match.
The opponent.
How well do you know the Madagascar?
How well? Surely we observed them, we prepared ourselves. They have a good squad. Not to be underrated, very, very good. They have really good players. And like I said, they beat Nigeria, so I think anything said, we can't underrate them. It's going to be tough. It's a different match. Sometimes it's maybe sounds weird, but sometimes it's more difficult to play against teams where you are the favorite, where everybody have different expectation, where you have to show, and then you don't know why the ball is not going into the net. Sometimes these are more difficult games than a game where you are not so under pressure, where everybody thinks, oh, they will beat you. It's sometimes easier to play against Portugal than Mozambique or Madagascar.
Okay, you.
We are in Ghana, and when you go to England, we have Indian pressing, we have Asenbenga ball. I said,
No, your name and which station is
Chief from Finland. Single Finland, we have Indian pressing, we have Asenbenga ball, Sari ball. So, coach, let me ask you, what's your philosophy, your style of play?
A very good question. Absolutely, really, really good. My style of play. I think really I adapt to the opponent. I take a close look on our opponent. What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? And then, based on that and based on the performance on the pitch, I choose the players, the system. So it's flexible. It's really hard to say that this is my style of play. I have many styles, I think. So, and I think we showed it also. Even there were just 2 matches. It's like not representative, but this is my style, to be flexible, to be not readable, to adapt also to the opponent, to adapt to what I have. Yeah, but a good question, really, really good.
Yes. Say it again. Okay, let's see.
Coach, in your estimation, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind the Cape Coasters since we are playing here for the first time, and the current players that you have? Is there any injury in camp or the outfit?
So the first question was about legacy.
Yeah.
Legacy. Yes.
After tomorrow, we're going to leave.
Yeah, we surely want to. Would be great if we can have a win. This is for sure. It's time for a win. I think, like your colleague said, the team hasn't won for some time, for some matches, so it would be good. I'm very confident that we can win. Let's say it like that. The second part was what again?
Said the injury situation.
Injury situation. Yeah. I'm not sure if Joseph Ayew will make it to the game. There's an injury, but we see. It's getting better from day to day. We'll see. But this is the only injured player we have.
Okay, yes, you.
Coach American Rainbow Academy. I want to ask, judging from the dictatorship you got in Kumasi against Nigeria, we all know the key posters have really run behind the bar. You can't really judge with the dictatorship from Kumasi and that of Cape Coast. What do you seem to imagine judging from the dictatorship here in Cape Coast?
I don't know. The last time I was here as an assistant, we played against South Africa. Everybody was positive, was supportive. Surely Kumasi was really massive, but Cape Coast was good as well. So we won, and everybody was happy, and we expect the spectators to be behind us, like they did in the last games. And I hope that if anything doesn't go well, they still support us. This is my hope, but because this is what we need. And at the end of the day, it's about to qualify. And when we do this, I think everybody will be happy. So, but like I said, if everything's going well, sure we can count on the spectators, and I'm just hoping that if things maybe don't go well from the start, they are still behind us. But we have to do our job, and then everything will be good.
All right, 3 more questions, then we are done. Let me go to one lady, after which I will go.
To the captain. We are trying to build a strong team for the qualifiers and also for the World Cup. What do you make of the new phases that are coming into the team at this crucial point that you are playing the qualifiers and also trying to build a new team for the World Cup?
Well, I think from what I've seen, like all the guys that have come in, honestly, are trying to buy into the project, try to buy into what's already installed here, with what is also being brought by coach. So no, only positives to say. It's true that a lot are very young. So I think the expectations should be, limited with those players and give them the time and a chance to really produce what they can produce. But I'm full of confidence and full of hope because we can really see that Ghana Black Star has a present, especially also has a bright future, and for me that's very important, and we're going to keep working for the next games that are coming, but also to be ready for Qatar, who is coming very quick.
Since Andre has the microphone, let me give the RFI personality here a chance. He will ask the question in French, and Andre will answer that.
Bonjour André, s'il vous plaît, Ghana joue demain contre le Madagascar. Quel est le processus de l'équipe malgache? Et ensuite, vous allez nous dire, comme vous avez eu à manquer les matchs des playoffs ou le mondial, comment vous vous êtes senti?
Donc d'abord, Madagascar est une très bonne équipe. Je les ai vus jouer, on les a vus à la CAN 2019, c'est ça? Je crois qu'ils sont allés en quart de finale. C'était une équipe très difficile à manœuvrer. Ils l'ont montré, ils ont battu le Nigeria il n'y a pas si longtemps que ça. C'est l'équipe qu'on connaît, on doit faire très attention. On doit être sur notre top niveau si on veut gagner ce match. Mais je pense qu'avec ce que j'ai vu depuis le début, on est sur la bonne voie. J'espère que ça va le faire. Et c'était quoi?
Concernant votre absence lors des playoffs, comment vous
c'était très difficile, mais comme on a déjà, on a un très bon groupe, une très bonne équipe. Et pas être là, c'était dur, mais pour l'instant, l'équipe a vraiment fait le boulot. J'étais très fier et Dieu merci, on est en Coupe du Monde.
All right, so let me go to you and him. I think you have to ask the question since we're here. Yes.
Coach, for your squad, you called Mubarak for Castle. Is there any reason you call Mubarak? Because since October, he hasn't played. Is there any reason you call him for Castle?
Yes. Like I said, we have some experienced players who showed that they have the quality. May I ask you if you were there when we beat South Africa 1-0?
Yes.
You were there?
Yes.
How do you find this performance?
It was great.
Okay. So this is the answer.
Okay. Last one. Last one. Let me give. You was also late, right? He was late.
Yes.
He was. Okay. Since you are late, we thank you very much.
Maybe one from the lady at the back.
Who is that lady?
Because we got.
She was asking for me.
Who?
I want to ask the question.
You said okay for him. You were in earlier, so let's hear from you. Yes.
Joseph Adamafiu, Ghana wasn't supposed to be Ghana. Coach, again the squad for this game came some few days to the game. As Ghanaians, we are very used to call-ups coming. I think 2 weeks or a week to the games. Is it a trend that we are going to see that maybe the squad are not going to? The call-ups are not going to come early, but they are going to come in maybe 3 days or 4 days to the game. And lastly, for Alfred Duncan's decision to retire, does he hamper on your plans to have him in the squad, or do you have Alfred Duncan in your plans?
Okay. The first question, the call-ups.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Does it make any change? Like, I mean, when they come or?
Explanation.
I'm saying that, is it a trend that we are going to see that 3 days to the games, that's when the squad are going to release?
The squad
because
You're talking about the squad wasn't released 3 days before.
The squad was released last week.
Yes.
We began training on Saturday. The squad was released on Thursday. So that is more than 3 days.
And lastly, for Alfred Duncan, did you have Alfred Duncan?
Yeah.
He retired from international football. Did you have him in your plans?
The last time I caught him was in February. We had good talks. I wanted to invite him. He told me his reason why he didn't want to come, and yeah, that's it. I have to accept it. This is the way it is. It's hard for me to. It was hard for me to understand because he had the opportunity maybe to join